Hey guys, Kurt Miller here. Today I'm going to be taking you through a strength session and some short, sharp conditioning finishers. I'm going to be doing a Hyrox or 2 or 3, maybe 4 this year, coming out of retirement from my professional sports days into now competing again, being a deluded 20-year-old, trying to get as strong as I can, as fit as I can, and as fast as I can. But the heartbeat of all of that is still going to be strength work with all the fundamentals of squats, pushing, pressing, your deadlifts, as this for me is still the foundation for all of your performance goals, whatever they are for you, if that's something that you're going to do too. What you're going to see today is a very simple workout. It's going to be sets of 6s on my compounds. But what I've done, I didn't want to bore you with some of my warm-ups prior to that, is a lot more warm-up sets than usual, especially on squats and deadlifts. Why? I was on a plane yesterday, I got in at 3 a.m. From Hamburg, so I've been sat down a lot, tried to move as much as I can on the plane and before the plane. But it's really, really important if you are like me, where you're an entrepreneur, business owner, and you tend to travel a lot while still trying to make sure you're lifting as much as you can, to warm up properly. So this is a warm-up set for me, 120. And the reason I say this is a warm-up, I never like jumping from like 60 kilograms to 140, 150. You've got to get used to feeling that back on your weight, the weight on your back, and your central nervous system, your mind, because otherwise you're not going to lift as much as you can. So my goal here is to lift 2 reps. So another warm up now, literally 10 kilograms heavier, gone from 120 to 130. I would usually go from 120 to 140, but again, if I'm sleep deprived, I'm not feeling quite at the races, or especially if I'm coming off a plane, I just want to literally do loads of little mini warm-ups, just so I don't get, fingers crossed I don't get injured. So the goal here is to do 2, as cleanly, powerfully as possible, with the pauses in the bottom again. This is going to be my first work set now, which is 140. And 2 days ago, I did this with a slow negative of 3 to 4 seconds. So this theoretically should be pretty comfortable today, because I'm going to do a normal pace tempo. But as I said, when you're doing strength work, there are so many things that can affect performance, especially sleep, travel, stress, but the goal this session is to grind it out. You're not going to set personal best every single session. You're not going to be a hero every single session, but you can certainly apply 100% effort every single session. I like to take 10-15 seconds to visualize the lift before I do it as well. That's so much harder than it should have been. So much harder than the other day when I did it with a slower tempo. But I grinded it out. So what I'm going to do now is 150 kilograms for 2 reps. It's supposed to be a set of 6, but because there's doubt, because how I feel today, how the body feels, whether or not I can do 6, I want to literally do a little bit of a primer set to feel the weight at my back, and again try and sort of rebuild that confidence within an actual session. That's not happening today. I mean, it didn't feel so bad, but everything just feels so fucking sticky today. So I even need to have a word with myself, or just accept today it's not going to be a good day at the office, and just lower the load, bank some squats, or just do another exercise. So I just need a minute to sort my head out. Okay, right, I'm going to suck it up and aim for one set of 6. If I can get one set of 6, even though that warm up felt heavy, I'm just going to try and focus and grind a set of 6 out today. I'll be very happy. Maybe not. Fuck. 5. That's shit. But I'll take that to some degree. We'll fix it next week. That just shows you not everyone has the perfect day at the office, and sleep impacts performance, stress impacts performance, travel impacts performance. So that's why it's important to know how to adapt. And this is exactly what we teach our clients to do, but I'm going to put my ego away a little bit now, and that'll be my last squat for today. So now I'm going to do a set of, fingers crossed, 6 on each leg, on lunges, to make up for the squat semi-failure. That shit, as you saw there, all over the shop really, all over the shop. But yeah, look, it's one of those, not everyone, including myself, is perfect every session. I wasn't going to do another set, but that set really bothered me because of how unbalanced it was, and I think I can focus even more and do it better. So much better, and it's because of one word. I say it all the time to clients: concentration. So many people fall short with their strength targets and don't get out the session what they really want to because of piss poor concentration, daydream, not focus. That's exactly what I was on the set before, but I was more focused, shut the room off a little bit more even though there's no one here, but engage my whole body more on the lunge as well. You have to do that if you want to get strong. Now we've got chest. My favorite, not these long arms. So what I want to go for today, as opposed to last week in this session, because I keep the strength sessions the same for 4 weeks and just aim to get stronger, and then I switch it up, is instead of doing 6 reps with both arms together, like bilateral, I'm going to go unilateral, alternating press, boom, boom. Just because the heaviest dumbbell here is 32, and I think I went up to 38 kilograms last week, but they don't have that. So if I haven't got a heavy enough load, I adapt the way I execute my rep. So I'll make the rep harder with the weight I have available. So it's a fantastic way of still getting the intensity there if you're ever in a gym or an environment where you don't have the tools or the load available. This is only a warm-up set, but just, I'll show you what I mean. So you're keeping your chest engaged as you press one arm. That was easy. So now we're going to do first work set, alternating press on chest, 6 reps each side, trying to keep the quality on each side. Nearly 3 decades trying to grow a chest. Shit. Simple but horrendous. Now we're going to deadlift, especially after the squats you've just seen. They're definitely not going to be pushing the boundaries on this too silly today. I've only really been back the last week or two deadlifting anyway. When I've got a bit of a hectic schedule, it's one exercise I don't rush to do because I think there's a lot that can go wrong. If your body, your lifestyle, your routine's not in optimal place. Not long had Christmas, so just rebuilding the strength on this. But so just going to focus today on optimal form. So just doing 140 now. I mean, this is a very comfortable weight. This is usually a total warm-up set, especially when I can Romanian deadlift significantly heavier than this. So I'm going to go up to 170 now, which is not record breaking, but it's a 10 kilogram increase in last week. Next up we got shoulder press, and what I'm trying to do here is make sure I'm not turning it into a push press. So I'm building up as much strength as I can with the shoulders. Again, just like my chest, I'm not a really strong presser. And what I'm going to do, because I'm pressed for time, is superset this today with bent over rows, overhand grips. So I'm going to do shoulder press, pop it to the floor, shake my arms off, and then do a bent over row. Because you'll see I'm a much stronger back rower than I am with a shoulder presser. I'm going to have to get weights ready and quickly swap them over. Or better still, use a bar, another bar. Right. I'll roll this out the way. Another option as well, if you didn't have two bars, or you didn't want to mess around from taking this to there, do one of them barbell, one of them shoulders. But if you have the option of two bars, then use them. Okay, so 6. I'm going to try and not use a push press as best I can and just try and use all shoulders whilst engaging the whole body. Last set. Oof. 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 Fuck. It'd be easy now just to lift the same, because I can't be bothered to change the weight. Don't cheat yourself. Focus. Oof. 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 That is a fucking wrap. Never have I been so pleased to see the back of a session. Worked my best day at the office, but I showed up, applied myself to the best of my ability with my body on that given day. That's all you can do. Remember, I bore my clients to death with this. You're the average of what you do, not what you do every now and then. And if you only show up when you're well slept, when you've not got a lot on, okay, you're gonna be massively disappointed from how you look, with how you look, how you feel at the end of the year. Don't let that happen. Over and out. See you next time.